The war of market forces, when the market stops moving and starts fighting. The day the market turned into a battlefield. The sun rose quietly, hiding the truth behind its warmth. Most people woke up thinking it was an ordinary day, but the market had different plan. It had not slept, it had not calmed, it had not forgotten the chaos of the previous day. No, it had been planning. Somewhere inside the invisible machinery of liquidity, deep in the hidden layers of institutional algorithms, a storm had been brewing silently, a storm not created by chance, a storm engineered by forces too large to name. This was not just a trading day, this was a war. Not a war of weapons, but a war of money, a way of patience, a way of manipulation, a way of psychology. And every trader who walked into this day walked into a battlefield without realizing it. Before the first shot is fired at 8:40 a.m., the pre-market was unnaturally calm, too calm, the kind of calm you feel before a hurricane tears the sky apart. Futures were flat, volume was thin, no expected news, no sudden events. But beneath this silence, something pulsed, something urgent, something dangerous. Liquidity pockets began appearing in unusual zones, orders stacked in symmetrical shape, like soldiers standing in formation, waiting for a command. This was not a random, it was strategic. A setup was being prepared. But prepared by who? Retail traders? No. They don't have the power. This was the work of institutional giant. The players who move billions with the slight twitch of a finger. They were preparing the battlefield. The market opened like an explosion. At 9:15 a.m., the opening bell rang and the silence settled. The index did not open normally, it burst. Candles exploded upward and downward in the same second, long wicks slicing through the chart like blades. Volume slammed into the market like a wave hitting a rock wall. Traders across the country froze. What is this? Why is the first candle so violent? Who is moving the market like this? But the market didn't answer. It just roared. The opening moment was a declaration. Today is not your day. Today is my war. The first candle was not a candle, it was a warning. The invisible armies enter. Retail traders trade with hope. Institutions trade with armies. And today their armies arrived early. Order book flooded with algorithmic signatures. Sharp cancellation, rapid insertion, fake walls, liquidity, mirages. Each one a soldier. Each one a bullet. Each one aimed at the pockets of the retail traders. The rise was not natural. The fall was not accidental. Both were deliberate. Both were planned. This was not volatility, this was strategy. Retail traders tried to find meaning in the chaos. Is this a breakout? Is this a reversal? Is this a fake out? But the market was not communicating with them. It was communicating with its enemies because today the fight was not between buyers and sellers. It was between institutions fighting other institutions, with retail stuck in the middle like civilians in a war zone. The strategic strike at 9:27 a.m. The first strike came, a sudden violent drop, too sharp, too clean, too fast. Stop losses triggered like landmines, positions liquidated within seconds. Retail traders scrambled internally. No, 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 not again. This can't be real. What did I do wrong? But this was not about right or wrong. This was about power. The market was clearing the battlefield. Weak traders gone. Impatient traders gone. Emotional traders gone. Only disciplined soldiers remained, and the institution smiled because now the real war could begin. The counter attack. When the market drops violently, most retail traders assume it will continue falling. But today was not a day of assumptions. Today was a day of traps. Just when the drop looked unstoppable, the market snapped upward like a whip. The index surged with the ferocity. Really so sharp it felt supernatural. People who sorted the fall were destroyed. People who bought the top were destroyed. People who stayed confused were destroyed. Retail was not fighting the market, retail was fighting the intentions behind the market. Two institutional forces clashed beneath the surface. One wanted to push the market down, the other wanted to drive it up, and every trader caught in between felt like a leaf in a tornado. The war of manipulation. By 10:15 a.m., the battlefield changed shape. Fake breakouts appeared everywhere. False breakdowns tracked traders to their doom. Indicators gave contradictory signals. RSI said buy, MACD said sell, volume said wait, price said panic. Nothing aligned, nothing made sense because the market was not following technical rules, it was following psychological rules. It was not moving based on pattern, it was moving based on reactions, and retail was reacting exactly how institutions wanted them to: fearfully, blindly, emotionally. Every trader who entered out of greed lost, every trader who entered out of fear lost. The market punished emotion today relentlessly. The long silence before the next attack. At 11:03 a.m., the market entered a silent zone, sideways low movement. Traders breathing again, thinking the war was over. But professionals knew better. The silence was not peace, the silence was strategy. The market was reloading, building energy, building tension, building liquidity, psychologically scanning traders. Who is bored, who is impatient, who is frustrated enough to enter a wrong trade. This silence was a trap, and retail can ran straight into it. They bought thinking a breakout was coming. They sold thinking a breakout was coming. But nothing came. Only losses came because today's sideways movement was not consolidation, it was psychological warfare. The sudden ambush. At 12:18 p.m., the market attacked. A sudden brutal move downward, so fast that even professionals gasped. Traders watching charts felt their stomach drop. This was not a fall, this was a hunt. Stop loss clusters hit like dominoes. Retail money evaporate in seconds. Then, as quickly as it fell, it reversed completely, violently, beautifully. The same traders who shorted the fall were crushed. The ones who bought the crash were crushed. The market was not punishing positions, it was punishing impatience. The final battle. By 2:15 p.m., the day reached its climax. Institutions had gathered enough liquidity. The battlefield was cleared. The weak were gone. Now came the final strike, a move so powerful it decided the whole day. Not random, not emotional. Calculated, engineered, executed. The market shot upward with breathless precision. This was not a rally, this was victory. Institutional victory. They moved the market where they wanted. After removing everyone who would benefit from it, retail traders who exited in fear missed it. Retail traders who entered late missed it. Retail traders who hesitated missed it. Only one group witnessed the final rise: those who understood the war.